Hello viewers and welcome to another Doctor Who episode review, and today I'm reviewing the Tsuranga Conundrum. It will contain some spoilers, so if you haven't seen the episode and you want to see it first, then go and see it before watching this video. So this is episode 5 of series 11, starring Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, and there are mixed opinions on this episode. Quite a lot of people, I'd say more, dislike it and hate it, but there are a few people that actually think it's the best of the series so far. So, my thoughts on this episode. I probably think this is one of the weakest or the weakest of the series, and it's another one written by Chris Chibnall, and I'm just glad that is giving other writers a chance for the rest of the series. Like, I think the next 4 episodes, I think it is, not written by Chris Chibnall, which will be a change. We might have more complex episodes, and we might actually get a really good sci-fi episode of Doctor Who, which we haven't had yet this series. I wouldn't say that this episode is a solid sci-fi episode. So yeah, I want to get away from the simple, starting to get boring writing of Doctor Who. I think Chris Chibnall made a good start for the series, but I think the last 2 episodes have been pretty poor, and it's time that we need a really good story, and a sci-fi story with villains and monsters who are really threatening. But this episode, the Tsuranga Conundrum, is now I think of it, the weakest episode of the series. And there's just things that are just unnecessary, and there is actually a few things that I like, but just the rest of it is like, no, I'm going to forget about it. I'm not going to watch it in a long time, I don't think. But I have seen it twice, so I'm going to make a judgment from both times. So I like the opening scene with the junk planet, the junk galaxy thing. I think that's an interesting start to the episode. So yeah, that was really good, and obviously with that mime, they thought they were going to get blown up or something, but they got rescued by this spaceship hospital, which I thought, wow, that's quite interesting. That I don't mind that. And I think the first 10 minutes of the episode was pretty good. There was nothing wrong with it. It wasn't the best, but there was time for it to become better as it went on, but it didn't happen. So I enjoyed the bit all the way until the monster is revealed. I thought that it was a good start for the episode, and even the pregnant man, even though you might think, if you know me, that I might go, oh, that's why did they do that? But I actually thought, yeah, they're in a hospital, they're in 67th century, and yeah, there's a pregnant guy there. So I thought, yeah, okay, that's alright. And I actually didn't think they were going to show him again, but apparently, it was probably one of the biggest things about the episode, because obviously at the end he had the baby, and there were Graham and Ryan like being his birthing partners or whatever, and I thought that was quite unnecessary, to be honest. If they'd just seen the bit where it showed him at first and never see him again, then that would be a lot better. But that was only shown, or should I say, it was only in the story because of Ryan's thing with his dad. That obviously his dad weren't good to him, so it was basically saying, yes, you've got a child now, and you're going to make the best father. Make sure you look after it. And at that point I thought, okay, we've just literally seen that because they wanted to say that. and again, it's character development, which is good, but we've seen it. I think we've seen enough of it, to be honest. I think now, with it being like the second part of the series, I think that we should see more stories, really good stories, and sci-fi and monsters and threatening things going on and all that. I think the introduction and the development of the characters should be like in the first 3 episodes, and a bit in the episode 4 and all that sort of stuff. But just for that little bit, I thought the pregnant guy was unnecessary, to be honest. The actual monster itself, Pating or whatever, I thought it's an interesting idea for the monster to eat the ship instead of like killing the humans or eating the humans or anything. But it was like anything with energy, I think it was, that it ate, because it loves that sort of stuff. And I thought, yeah, but it wasn't a really big threat, to be honest. It weren't really doing anything to the spaceship, because the spaceship weren't crashing, or there weren't anything that disturbed the flight or anything. It was just, he's in attic or whatever. He's just moving about up there. There weren't anything that it did that would change the direction of the ship, or the lights went down, because obviously the lights are made up of energy. I thought the technology and the lights would go down or something due to the Pating like an energy, which that didn't happen. So I was kind of expecting something like that to happen, but it didn't do anything. And then it suddenly just goes, because the Doctor obviously took the idea of the mine having loads of energy and making the Pating go to it, and just flung away out into space, which is yet another villain to just go, and they haven't died or anything, so they could come back again. But I just think overall the Pating is not a threatening species. It didn't do anything to the ship in the episode, and it's probably not going to be a memorable monster for me. What else is in this episode? There is the Tsuranga itself. It took me quite a while to figure out what the Tsuranga was. The Doctor somehow knew what the Tsuranga was, but there weren't an explanation of where she heard that from. I'm guessing it's just what the spaceship's called or whatever. But yeah. What else happened in the episode? It was mainly the Doctor in this episode. Obviously there were Graham, Yaz and Ryan in the episode, but they didn't play a big part in it. It was mainly the Doctor and the guest stars, which is okay, I suppose. There's just, I'm trying to think of something, but there's just too many things that were going on. It's a simple episode, but it didn't have any complex parts to it. There were loads of things going on when they didn't need to be. Like there were what there were the pregnant guy, there were the Pating, there were the brother and sister, them two. There a lot of them were going on there. There were what the companions were doing. Obviously, there were Ryan and Yaz talking about Ryan's dad, and then Graham and Ryan doing the pregnant man, and the Doctor was trying to figure what it all were. So there's just too many things going on in the episode that just didn't work out or anything. And to be honest, in the first 10 minutes when I think his name Athos or Asthos or something died, I thought, wow, this is going to be a good sci-fi episode. I think it's going to have some meaning to this. But nobody else died, and it got more boring as the episode went on, and also I didn't see the point of the Doctor making a big thing about the energy thing, that spirally thing. I can't remember what it's called, but that didn't really need to be there. Oh, I love it, it's the best thing, or whatever she said. It didn't really need to be in there. It was pointless, to be honest. What else went on? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, to be honest, for this episode. I'll probably give it a 4 or 5 out of 10, probably a 4 out of 10, because it got boring as it went on. The first 10 minutes were good, as I said, but it just weren't strong enough for me, and there wasn't a proper villain or proper monster or anything. And I just think the series so far is literally just been Chris Chibnall writing them all, apart from episode 3, but that was really good because it was a different writer. So I'm expecting some better stuff for the second part of the series, because obviously Chris Chibnall's not writing any others apart from episode 10, I think it is, and the New Year's special or whatever. But overall, series 11 so far, because we're halfway, I'm just going to make a good overview over it. I think it's an average series. It's nothing special just yet. The stories have been super simple, and not many things have been going on apart from episode 3, to be honest. I think, yeah, the writing's a little bit naff. But it's not confusing as Stephen Moffat, but it's not as good as Russell T Davies. This writer is just simple. I don't mean that, by the way, but I just mean his writing skills. I think Jodie Whittaker is the Doctor. I think she's doing a really good job so far. I really think that she's brought like a unique personality to the role, and I think she's playing it well. I think the companions are also really good. I enjoy Ryan. I think he's a really good character. We know a lot about him. I think Graham is probably my favourite. He's funny, but he's also got like his softer side, like with Greystein and all that sort of stuff. And Yaz has grown on me, to be honest, because in the first 2 episodes, Yaz didn't play a big part, but in episode 3, 4, she's played a bigger part, which is good. So the Doctor's really good, the companions are really good. I enjoyed the title sequence, as I've said. I'm still a bit unsure about the TARDIS. I like the entrance, I like the outside. It's just the console. It's nothing like Capaldi's, because I think his has the best TARDIS console of the new series. If you want me to do a ranking, I will. What else is there? The new Time Vortex, I think, is also good. The music as well. It's nothing like Murray Gold's music. I mean, Murray Gold's music between series 1 and 4 is brilliant, amazing, and his music in series 5 to 10 was average, but it did sound different to Christopher Eccleston and David Tennant times. But this composer, I've forgotten his name again, Sigun or something like that, in series 11 has obviously made it different again. The whole of the music, there's no orchestra. It's not orchestra based, it's more digitally, and it's probably just sat on a computer and done it. But I think he's doing a good job so far, and there's kind of like, sometimes there's like the similar music playing again. It's like, yeah, that's like the 13th Doctor theme there. Yeah, it's Paul McGann-fied. Yes, there's one soundtrack, one bit of music, which I'm going to find out the name, I'm going to get to the bottom of it, that sounds McGann-fied, like it should be in the TV movie. But I don't know what it's called. I'll soon know if the soundtrack gets posted on YouTube or something. But yes, I think that's all I'm going to cover. So the series so far is average, and I've got high expectations for the rest of the series. And this episode, the Tsuranga Conundrum, is the weakest of the series. I know that last week's the ending were bad, but it was creepy. But this week it was just boring and a bit confusing to what was going on. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll hopefully see you in my next review. I will be continuing with the Doctor Who reviews that I'm starting from beginning to end, from the Earthly Child to present, and I'm gonna review all the William Hartnells first by reviewing the missing episodes, which is a new thing that I'm doing. Still, I've only reviewed one of them so far at the time of this video, and I'm also gonna do the rest of this series. So in this series, the next episode that I'll be reviewing is Demons of the Punjab, which is apparently set in India 1947, where Yaz's gran were younger or something. So that'll be interesting, I suppose, and we'll just have to see. So please comment, like, and subscribe for your opinion, and see more videos, and hopefully I'll see you in my next review.